So I'm down at UTC taking all this stuff and anthropology and comparative religion and hanging out with cool rock and roll friends and not going to church at all. And I became real eclectic, you know. So I met people who were into Eastern religion. So this guy walks up and he's involved in this and handing out tracts. I went to go, I went over one morning, I think it was on a Sunday, and I heard him chant. And so I don't think I ever even went back. But that was the first time I'd ever seen some people, you know, gather and chant, and there was a Buddha altar and stuff like that, and incense. But it wasn't until I went to Japan to become an English teacher and got obsessed with Japanese, did I go to a Buddhist temple. And there was a Zen temple, like on Saturday evening, they would do some chanting. And I would come, we would sit, and you'd chant a sutra. I had this kind of residual Christian worldview pretty much the whole time. And I would always try to make these transitions and connections and stuff. But sometimes even read books and do a bit of Buddhist meditation. So when I went to Cambridge, you know, there's a lot of Buddhist groups. You Google Buddhist Cambridge, Cambridge UK, there's a lot of them. So I went to a Zen group one time. It was pretty cool. You know, I'd done it before. But anyway, so I'm surrounded by all these really bright people from all over the world. And online, Facebook, I have all these friends who have known for several years who are Orthodox Christians. They just seem to be more and more. I had one friend and he's Orthodox, and all these friends I'm interacting with online who are Orthodox made me think, I should go check out. It's been years since I've been to an Orthodox church. Let me go over there. Christ coming through the church into my soul was just too big. The thick, embodied, sacramental, incarnational church, and just neat people too. It was just all there. And it's really beyond rationality. I can't say that another person would go through this same trajectory and wind up being Orthodox and having to rediscover Christ in the church like I did, but that's how it happened. God being a person, right? The ultimate truth of all reality, being in a person, and you have this relationship, that's just deeper than Buddha's. You know, Buddha had this enlightenment experience, and sort of people who practice Buddhism and do meditations kind of tap into that. But it's just it's a more transformative thing. I remember hearing in Cambridge a lecture by a guy who used to be a Buddhist and is now an evangelical. And he talked about how the notion that a person is, the ultimate reality is in a person, and how much deeper that is. I heard him say it, and it just resonated. I thought, yeah, that's exactly it. Since the 1960s, this wave of Asian kind of consciousness has come into our culture, right? And a lot of people out there, I mean, I've got friends who say this, who think Buddhism and Asian culture, Taoism, whatever, is just more tolerant and open and cool, and Christianity is just too judgmental, and it's just, I can't do it anymore. I've got several friends who would say almost exactly that. We need people who can speak to them. We need people who know how to hold on to a Christian faith, who know where the depth of it is, and who know what makes it alive and why it's real. And so when you have this encounter with Christ and take him into your person, and the church is working on you, the Spirit is working on you through the church, through confession, through prayer, it just starts to have a kind of holistic, synergistic effect.
How great the love of Jesus Christ. Upon the cross of Calvary, the blood was shed that pardons me. No longer bound